Hi, everybody. This is Doris Renee from Tap Into Power TV. And I had to stop this project that I'm in the middle of so that I could record a video in response to PSBeFearless's How to Look Better tag. So, when I got tagged about a week ago, I didn't know anything about this, but it's pretty phenomenal. And there have been a lot of vloggers all over YouTube responding to this tag. And the reason I thought it was so important to stop what I was doing, I've got a project and a deadline for tomorrow, by the way, but I thought it was important to do this because I really liked the idea of giving my 2 cents to how to look better. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, this tag is all about not how to look better physically, and it's not a surface or a thing about attraction. It's really all about perspective, which is why I thought, my God, I have to do this before any more time gets away from me. So thank you, PSBeFearless, for tagging me on Instagram. I absolutely love her channel, and if you love life, then you need to go and follow her. She's phenomenal. But how to look better. The perspective I'm coming from is that of how I see the world and my view on how things should be digested, so to speak. I believe that everybody has a philosophy, whether you have named it or defined it or not. So a part of my philosophy is this. So the first thing I thought about in answering this tag, how to look better, meaning how to look better at the world, I actually thought about an episode of Sex and the City, and you're probably going to remember this. So when Carrie was getting published and she was sitting at dinner with her publishers, they asked her to write an overview of the book to start the book off. And they wanted to know specifically what the tone of the book was. Do you remember that? And she said, well, oh, okay, what do you mean? And they wanted to find out what her perspective was, how she looked at the world. Was the writings that they were gathering for the book altogether hopeful? Did she hope that love would be found somewhere? And I like that because it kind of gave me an opportunity to think about how I saw the world. And I do. I actually see hope as something that guides me. I hope for the best, essentially. And what that does for me is it gives me some kind of joy in thinking that things are going to get better. Things are going to be okay. As a matter of fact, my mantra for 2015 is everything is going to be amazing. But the point is that keep hope in your heart and live with that on a day-to-day basis and see if things don't change for you. See if those little irritating things that really don't matter go into some perspective and stop taking up so much of your time. All right. Second thing I want to share, and there's only 3 things. This is going to be a quick video, is guarding my energy. I think that one of the ways that I can navigate the world and not get stuck under a rock or, shooting up schools and all that other craziness is that I guard my energy. I'm pretty selfish, as a matter of fact. There's a story where I remember meeting a coworker years ago, over 10, 15 years ago. And this little girl was just the bubbliest thing. And at the first chance she could tell me, she wanted me to know that she was part of the Optimist Club. And I'm sitting here, we are grown, right? And she's bouncing around here talking about being a part of the Optimist Club. And I was thinking, oh, okay, that's real cute. And she said, no, seriously. And she got really serious about it and began to tell me about this Optimist Club. And I don't know if the thing is real or not, or if it's real in her world. But it was all these people that were dedicated to seeing the world from a specific point of view, which was cool. But the truth of the matter is sometimes I walk through the house too fast and I stub my toe. And I don't always use the King's English, You know, when I had to challenge somebody about the amount of change I was supposed to get back at the cashier, at the cash register, I don't always use the King's English. And the point is that despite all of that, I still have the wherewithal to figure out, okay, you're off the rails. It's time to come back, guard your energy. She cannot or he cannot continue to, take this negative energy and pull it out of you. So, guard it. And that comes with not just circumstances, but people too. There are people who I've had to cut out because they bring the wrong energy out of me. And I'm human. So because I'm human and not superhuman, I know that I won't always say the right things and stay in a positive place. And therefore, I guard my energy. And that's how I look better at the world. And the last thing I'll share with you is I believe everybody starts at square one. I believe that we're all God's creatures, despite this, that, or the other. And that means that I am no better or no worse, and nobody else is any better or any worse in terms of how we all got started. Now, do we make bad choices? Oh my gosh, do I make bad choices? And when we see people out in the world who are making bad choices, they are just that. They are bad choices. They are not bad people. And circumstances being what they are, who knows what we would do if we had gone through some of the things that we see people on the news going through. So that being said, we're all starting on the same stage. We're all starting on the same step. We're all God's creatures, and therefore we should be mindful of that when we see people who are not making the choices that we would have made. And because I have that perspective, I don't get caught up in, the isms of the world, classism and racism and any of that, because I just believe we're all the same people. All right. So that is me and my perspective on how to look better. I am going to tag a few people that I enjoy on YouTube and hope that they respond. I'm going to tag Naturally Glam TV, who is a favorite of mine. She's a big supporter of mine. I'm going to tag TLA Born, who's super positive. Check out her channel. She's always giving me shout outs on YouTube, so I want to give her a shout out. And I'm also going to tag Adia Rogers, who is my mentor, a peer, and just a great buddy. Check out her channel as well. And I want to hear from you. How do you look at the world? Let me know. How do you look better? All right, I've got to get back to work. Thank you for watching. I hope to talk to you very soon. This is Doris Renee, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel. All right, back to work. Bye.